Check this out.
Welcome to BLPA Big Show. Hockey sports, life for the adult athlete.
Yeah.
Powered by the Beer League Players Association.
Better follow me.
Follow us at BLPA Big Show on every social media outlet. Follow the crew on Twitter at Nicker Jones and Trish at Trish Dangle.
Let's get it. Here we go.
Welcome to the greatest hockey show in the world. Good week, everybody. What's going on? I'm coming to you live from Woody's Wings out here in Columbus, Ohio. My friends say they're the best wings in the world. I don't know all about that, but they are some pretty damn good wings. So I'm glad you guys are joining us. So if I kind of go off topic or I choose some wings, you just forgive me. But I'm here with obviously Dan and Trish. Dan and Trish, what's going on?
Hey,
how's it going?
We are not enjoying wings with Nick. Again, he's on the road. We are back at home.
I am on the road. Columbus, we were in Washington, D.C. this past weekend. We drove to Columbus. We go to Cleveland in 3 days. And then from Cleveland, we go straight to Boston. And yeah, it's just a whirlwind trip, about a 3.5 week trip for me. And then I'm back up to Canada. And then I'm there for a couple weeks. And I'm back here for 3 weeks. And I'm back home for 2 weeks. And then I think I'm here for a few months unless they open the border and I can fly in, which it sounds like that's what's about to happen, because I got a call today from Boston, Massachusetts, and they basically said, hey, here's the deal. 12:01 a.m. on the day of your tournament games, everything goes back to normal here in Boston. So I'm super stoked about that. Super stoked. Yeah, super stoked.
Is that for everybody or just fully vaccinated people?
They said everything goes back to normal. I was so excited when he said that, and I was also in the middle of something else that I didn't even say, like, hey, does that mean no mask? But hey, back to normal. I mean, normal times people weren't wearing masks, so I mean, I'm not too sure. So
interesting. Well, you can follow Nick's journey by following this podcast. Apparently, a lot of podcast platforms are now not calling it subscribing; they're calling it following. So go ahead and follow our podcast on Apple, Spotify, and anywhere else you get those. We'd be super pumped if you gave us a review. That's how other people can know what we're doing and find us. So rate, review, and follow. 5 stars only, please. And then, of course, follow us at the BLPA on Instagram and Twitter, the Danny Vibes on Twitter, or, look into the nearest pair of pit vipers and you'll see his little soul in there. You can find me, Trish Dangle, on Twitter, and Nicker Jones on Twitter, or the Nicker Jones on Instagram.
You nailed them. Great job, Trish. You're a real professional. Real professional.
You must have it written down, because I wouldn't be able to do that.
Just have a beautiful memory over here. That's all.
We're really stepping up the game, and hey, it's a good thing we are, because I didn't realize how many people listen to the show until I was at the BLPA bash this weekend, and everyone was talking about the show and telling me how much they enjoyed it, and asking questions about things that were said. And I just want to go on record and say, whatever I say on here, I don't remember. I apologize. So when you ask me questions, when you see, I enjoy you asking me questions about the show. I'll definitely talk to you about the show. I'll talk to you about hockey. I'll talk to you about whatever you want. But to be honest, when you say, hey, do you remember this thing you talked about in a show 2 months ago? The answer is usually no. I usually just say whatever is on the tip of my tongue, on the top of my head. And that's what I say. And then I forget about it.
I'm the exact same way.
Yeah, the only thing that Nick's going to remember is drinking his own pee, so you can definitely talk to him about that anytime.
No, I never drank my own pee. I almost drank my own pee. I remember that. I mean, that's called a life lesson, and I'm here to provide life lessons to people, and that's what I did. So,
yeah, drinking piss. But no, I'm the same way. Like it's
you drink piss?
No, I
Dan drinks piss. Everybody,
it's just a bunch of piss drinkers over here.
Well, if you're not doing it, now's the time. 8 years in the making.
Hey, I got a peanut gallery over here, and they just wanted me to let everyone know, officially, unofficially, but really officially, Dan's a fucking clown. That's what they keep saying. So I'm passing on the message.
Please, I know that peanut gallery.
Basically, I got the Dan fan club over here, which is great.
It's true. They actually all love me more than anyone else in the world.
So, but anyway, what's on the docket today? I want to talk about things in between eating wings. So,
yeah, we want some updates from the road trip, which include your little mishap today. So I want to talk about forgetting gear, because I have a story. Dan's got a story. We want to make everybody feel a little bit better about themselves and talk about our little mishaps. I also want to talk about Nick's favorite person, Wayne Gretzky, and some beautiful street hockey shoes that he made that I had never heard of until the other day. Going through training for adult league hockey, and an adorable little kid ref that I wish would come and ref my games because he would do a better job than any
Kid
of
is
the
legit.
grown adults that I've seen. So let's, Nick, if you don't have a mouthful of wings, why don't you talk a little bit about our sponsor before we jump in?
Yeah, so this show is brought to you by thehockeywolf.com. Ow, ow, ow,
Ow,
ow,
ow,
ow.
ow.
So the Hockey Wolf is just a group of beer leaguers that wanted to find a way to make the game more affordable. And they're based out of the West Coast, so Seattle, Montana, but they do ship everywhere. So if your team needs gear, jerseys, anything printed, or just some kick-ass prices on beer league equipment, you can visit thehockeywolf.com. Ow, ow.
Ow, ow, ow.
But they're great folks, and you should support people that support the BLPA. And they're in the group. They're all about the group. And I gotta talk about another partner that we have. We just kind of teamed up with these guys over at Howie's Hockey Tape. And obviously, when you start talking about what we want to do, like we want to be synonymous with beer league. So when people think about beer league, they think about the BOPA. And so Howie's is kind of that for when you think about hockey tape. When you think about hockey tape, there's just a few companies, but Howie is they're the number one hockey tape, the hockey tape for beer league, in my opinion. And so us combining forces with them is just a natural progression. But they want to be involved with what we're doing. We want to be involved with what they're doing. So it's a partnership. They're not exactly a show sponsor, but they support what we do and we support what they do. So go check out Howie's, buy some Howie's. I'm sure there'll be a BLPA discount code fairly soon. So yeah, so those are the people that support our show.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be a little bit of a convert. I've always been a Renfrew girl, so
No,
but I know
that's
Howie's
bad.
has. I know I'm gonna be a convert, but Howie's has a lot of sick swag outside of the tape that they make too. I think they've got some
They
other
do,
stuff
but
going on.
Renfrew got bad when they started like, I don't want to say going green, but they started using like recycled materials, so the tape just was not of the same quality.
I have never had an issue, but again, gonna try out some Howie's tape and see how that goes.
Try it out. That's all we can ask. You try it out, and if you like it, keep doing it. And if you don't like it, you know what? Hey, the world is full of different opinions.
Exactly. Their clear is solid, so I have used that. No big deal. All right. So one of the things that we want to talk about is a big issue that happened to you today, Nick, because you were supposed to skate today, and then what happened?
I was supposed to skate the first time since March because Canada's still closed. There's not much going on out there. They actually just instituted new restrictions right before I left. So I mean, things are tightening, but they are getting vaccinated at a pretty good clip up there for Canadian standards. And so I haven't skated. So I've been pretty bummed out about things. And so I didn't get to skate this weekend at the BLPA Bash just because there's so much stuff going on. And I'm a pretty firm believer on when you do team tournaments like that, you should never win your own team tournaments. And so even playing I'm not saying that obviously any team I'm a part of would be a world beater, but there's a chance. And so I refrain from doing that. Plus I got so much to do with, getting people drunk, getting them burgers, getting them dogs, taking photos. So I didn't get to skate this weekend, and it's really fucking hard to watch other people play hockey, to be quite 100% frank and honest with you. So I was pretty stoked today whenever my buddy, old Pecky Baby, sent me a message, said, "Hey, you want to skate tonight?" And I said, "Yep." And he was like, "Do you care what level it is?" I said, "Nope, don't give a shit. I just want to get on the ice." So I was tonight at 6:30 here in Columbus. Went to the old skate dome there, the Ice Works, and walked in, got dressed, and went to go on the ice. And there, no helmet in my bag. And so I thought, okay, maybe it fell out in the truck. It wasn't in the truck. It wasn't anywhere. Hopefully it's in the RV, or I'm just going to have to go buy one. And so basically, I mean, maybe you saw the video I put in the group of basically me sitting in a truck and waiting for my friends to get done playing hockey. It really fucking sucked.
Yeah, were you like fully dressed when you realized
100% fully dressed, skates on, everything.
Wow.
Had walked out and someone loaned me their skate guards, and they were just foam skate guards. And I walked out and I split the skate guards. So now not only might I have to buy a new helmet, I might have to buy someone a new set of skate guards. So it just it was a bad experience all around, really.
Rough. That's a rough day. Dan,
Way to
what
go, bud.
yeah, I mean that puts a damper on things, especially for you not having played so long to like
Yep.
finally get that chance and be all the way there, except for the helmet. That's rough. And rink gear, you never know what you're gonna get in terms of what they have in Lost and Found. So
You're gonna get something crusty.
you're
I wear an
absolutely
extra large. I wear an extra large helmet. I guess large in the new Bowers, but they brought out a medium helmet and it did not fit. And so obviously, I mean, the one thing that I'm not going to go out there is with a shitty helmet because you know I don't want to don't want to die. I don't want to I got to protect the old melon. I got a big old brain up there,
yeah,
and
brains are
so
important.
so I just I did the smart thing. And I set out, and it was a bummer. I couldn't even sit there and watch my friends because that would have been too much for me. So I went out to the truck.
Yeah, sitting and watching that probably would have been a little bit of a nightmare. Dan, you have a gear story? You've forgotten something once in a while?
2. Well, I had one where a friend forgot just his left glove. So like we're just like people are just tossing gloves over the boards as they're going on and leaving. That was interesting. And I had a case where I also forgot a helmet.
What did you do about it?
Well, I was lucky because one of my teammates had just bought a brand new one, so he let me wear his old one, which sucked. I did not enjoy it in the slightest, but at least I got out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's no, it doesn't feel good playing in something that's not yours, especially helmet, because I wear I wear a bubble so I can see and protect my face. He had just taken his off to put on his new helmet, so there was nothing on it. And it was, it's beer league, so like sticks are just flying everywhere. So you play defense, so it was. I did not play well because I couldn't play nearly as aggressive as I wanted to for fear of getting hit in the face.
Is it because you don't play
no, it just
defense,
sucks.
Dan? That's kind of a knock I've heard about you.
Only at Dex's, man. The Dex defense is I'm gonna take this puck and do whatever I want with it because everyone in Columbus is trash.
What I mainly see at
Ooh.
Dex's is Dan signs up for defense, but he's always behind the opposing net. Which hey, it's fine. It's cool to be an offensive defenseman, but don't say no. I'm a defensive defenseman, and then you just got to be honest with yourself. Really, I think.
I
Honestly,
didn't have
I'm
that
really not.
experience
Like
playing
when it comes
against
to
Dan.
league play, and even in the Columbus Bash, like I didn't do that.
Well, I
I
mean, the
feel like
Columbus
you
Bash,
didn't
you
do
guys didn't play all your games, so
Well, yeah, we had Crybaby on our team, so
who Peck?
no, he was
Fight
just
me.
feisty.
Fight me. That's what Peck said. But anyway, okay. What's your story, Trish? It always sucks to forget gear. I forgot a cup before, and I thought, okay, I'll just shove one of my extra gloves because one thing I'll never forget in any beer league game is gloves. You know why? Because I have like 3 or 4 pair in my bag, all
Right.
Eagles, of course. So I guess I could have worn Eagle gloves on top of my helmet.
That would have been a little strange. No,
You could. They're bulky enough.
Yeah.
So
I rarely ever forget gear. When I do, it's like when I feel super prepared and like I pack my bag early, that's when I forget something. But it's usually like feet socks or like my shorts or something like that. It's not usually an actual piece of gear. But I did go on the road with one of my teams to St. Louis. We had a night game and then an early game. And I showed up to the night game and realized I forgot shin guards. And that's not really something that people keep an extra pair of in their bag. And all the stores were closed because it was a late game. So I just kind of scrambled around the rink. They didn't have anything in the lost and found for me to use. So I was kind of resigned to just padding my legs with whatever I could find under my socks. And then one of the refs from the game before offered his. And I was like, well, I mean, they're nice and sweaty, but I guess it is what it is. So I used a stranger's sweaty shin guards.
You don't wear I wear leggings, like tights under my stuff. So everyone always says that. I'm like, well, doesn't matter to me because the sweat's not actually touching me. Like I don't know what the big deal is. But I've seen people like put elbow pads in their socks and tape those around if they forgot their shin guards. So the one good thing about beer leaguers is they're very resourceful when it comes to playing hockey. And I wish I could have been more resourceful today. I think if it was anything but my helmet, I would have went out there and played. But I think the helmet is the one thing. Like I posted something in the group, a video of me, and a lot of people were talking about, they had skates and they'd go get rental skates, or they'd wear skates that were too big or too small. So, beer leaguers, we want to play hockey. We try to make it happen if we can.
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy to like substitute whatever I can, but you're right. A helmet is important. Your noggin's an important piece of your body, and you don't. I mean, they won't let you on the ice anyway with that one, but anything else, you can tape something to yourself and make it work usually. Except for pants, I guess. You forget those, you're kind of screwed too.
Yep. All right. So what else we got on the old docket today?
Okay, so I don't know if y'all have seen these, but apparently Wayne Gretzky had street hockey shoes in partnership with LA Gear like forever ago, and I saw them pop up on Reddit the other day, and I thought it was hilarious. And then it got me thinking, like, okay, if Nikki Kamish did some BLPA shoes, what would those be like? Because these were like pretty plain shoes. Of course, they had his number on them, and they were like they kind of looked like hockey skates, so they were pretty cool.
They look terrible. Just
they
saying.
were. I mean, but for now, like today, they look terrible. They were pretty cool back then, I would guess. But
were they though?
I
don't know. I'm looking at them like even back then. I don't think so.
I don't know. I have a hard time saying that because I have no sense of style or anything as it is. But
they look like someone who wears eagle gloves regularly would wear them.
Well, he's also Wayne Gretzky's biggest fan, so of course he jumped on that immediately.
Well, you know what, Dan? You can get absolutely fucked, to be honest with you.
Nick, have you seen them?
I haven't seen them, but I mean, like I said, I mean, if the biggest scumbag in NHL history is promoting them, they probably look like shit, I would imagine.
Yeah, they
do. Hey, I will tell you that that I listened to, like, I guess it was Wayne Gretzky's book on the way to Washington D.C., at least part of it, and it wasn't bad. I mean, but it wasn't really about him. It was more about a bunch of stories. I think it's called something, stories about NHL's history. So you guys should check that out. Which shameless plug, you can go to audibletrial.com/theblpa, and you can probably get that book for free. So.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So was Peck just not that good of a writing mate? You had to listen to a book on the way there?
Well, okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, I tried to keep Peck awake with the book, but he decided he was going to fall asleep at about, I don't know, 10:30, 11 o'clock maybe, and then I had to drive the other 2.5 hours. And then finally, I'm just like, fuck this. I'm going to pull over and get a hotel. And so we got a hotel. But
why didn't you just sleep in the RV?
Well, you know what? Sometimes you want to be able to, take a long hot shower in the morning.
Yeah, that's
or
fair.
There's some reasons why you wouldn't sleep in the RV. And one of those reasons is we couldn't find a place to fill up our water and stuff as we were heading out. So like everywhere we went to like do the dump and everything was basically didn't have that service. So we were like, fuck, okay, well, so we couldn't get that done until we actually got closer to Washington, D.C. So
that makes sense.
Good stuff.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right, Nick, you're making a pair of shoes. You're making a pair of BLPA shoes. What do they look like?
My shoes are a little weird. Like everyone gives me shit about a lot of stuff I wear. Like, I mean, I'll wear I really like the Jordan 1, like the OG retro highs. I really like the Yeezys, but I even like to be comfortable too. And I like these loafers called Swims. I like it to look casual, look fresh. But they look way better than anything Wayne Gretzky could come up with, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I don't know what people. I mean, we're talking about rink wear. Are we? The fuck? So
what just happened?
Cole Peck? Sorry, weird. Someone just drove up. I didn't know they were coming up here. But anyway, sorry. That's what you get when you do a live location shoot. Sorry. So I'm not too sure. I mean, this is one of those things that would have been a good thing to think about before. And unfortunately, I've been too busy to think about what kind of shoe I would design. But I'm pretty sure it'd be fucking cool. I'm gonna design them. You guys will buy them. How about that?
That sounds great. As long as they're comfy.
Let's blindly buy. We won't even release what they're saying. We'll pre-sell with no. You just have to trust me. I want everyone to trust Nikki Kamish, and I would never steer people wrong.
I bet at least 50 people will do that.
I want a guarantee that they're not going to be snakeskin.
There's no guarantees.
Well, now that you've said that, they're gonna be.
Nikki Kamish will never lead beer leaguers astray. He always does what's in their best interest, and so I would just trust me. That's all I'm asking. Just trust.
Dangerous words when you
So.
say them. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't blindly buy a shoe that just based on your glove style. Wouldn't probably buy
Well,
blindly
you
a
don't
shoe
know,
that you
you don't know my glove style because I have like 90 pair. So I have a style to fit everyone's tastes.
I
Just
think
because you've seen the snake skin, just
that's all
because you've
I
seen the
needed
snake
to
skin
see.
once. Yeah, but like I have a plethora. You know what? Because I like to try everything because the world is my oyster, right? I try everything. You can't make an informed decision until you actually try it. So what are you
That's
going to do?
true. That's true.
But hey, you know what we didn't talk about at the top of this is how the BLPA bash in Washington D.C. was fucking electric.
Dude, the pictures looked hella fun. Like, what was
Yeah, it
happening
looked
with
great.
it looked like a slip and slide, but it wasn't. It was just like
No,
some
it was
That
just
that looked like the snow from the rink.
yeah,
Like,
it was
Yeah.
just it was just some drunk fucks that decided, hey, we're gonna go play in the snow from the rink. Which, by the way, I want to be upfront and honest with you, is fucking disgusting because people fucking spit and that.
Yeah, there's a lot of garbage on
whatever
that you don't
but
want to roll
yeah,
around in.
but whatever. I mean, these guys were having fun, and that's what we're all about. And I want to call out everyone in Columbus, everyone that came to the Columbus BLPA bash. Listen here, we bought 100 cases of beer. And you guys said things like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna drink on Saturday?" Ooh. And we brought home like 60 cases.
A lot.
From
wow.
60 cases.
2 for 2 on everyone talking a big game and not drinking what they need.
Now wait a second. Now Washington D.C. on the other hand, those fucks can drink some beer. All right.
Oh.
And I'm talking about we probably took 15 cases from Columbus that we had left over. And when I got there, I'm like, okay, well, we bought 100. There's less teams, so I'm only going to buy 25 cases. So basically, we had 40 cases to go. And about halfway through Saturday, I had to make a beer run and buy another 25 or 30 cases of beer to satiate these guys. And then we ran out of that as well. So it was, I mean, and you know what was cool about it? I mean, playoff hockey was on. We had playoff hockey going on the RV, on the side of the RV, and then someone else also, they didn't know we were going to have that, so they brought like a big ass, not a screen but a sheet, and they projected the game onto the sheet, so they had everyone just around that watching. It was a time. And listen, the hockey was the hockey. I mean, we had a lot of new friends, a lot of new BLPA followers, but I mean, it was a blast. I mean, and you know what? Maybe it's too that on Friday night people hung out all night, like till like 2 a.m, and then they did it again Saturday. All like they came for their game and then stayed the whole day until their second game, and then after till 2 o'clock in the morning again. And then Sunday they even hung out after the game Sunday. So I'm not sure if it maybe the weather, but it was pretty warm in Columbus on Saturday. Sunday it was cold and rainy, but I mean it was a great time, and I'm super stoked. We're heading to Cleveland this weekend for the draft experience that was canceled last year, and we just had to keep moving it, and now finally we're getting to do Cleveland. I'm super stoked. We're sold out. Well, we have one spot left now, but we have the one spot because a couple people bailed, so I'm super stoked about that with the Pokemon jerseys. And then we go to my favorite city in the United States, Boston, and I'm super stoked about that too.
I'm so pumped for Boston. Also, shocker, the people of Ohio let us down for drinking after all they do is talk shit, because that's what they do. And then DC just shows up and destroys it with less teams.
Humble.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you saw, I went and visited the White House. I tried to get a game of sauce going with President Biden. He didn't bite, but maybe one day.
He's scared.
Maybe one day. I don't know if he's scared. It's not a competitive thing.
Hey, maybe he's busy.
Hey, it's not a competitive thing. Like, I'm not trying to beat the president at sauce. I'm just trying to sauce with the president and then have a couple Bud Heavies, I mean, I think what's more American than a game of sauce on the White House front lawn, and then, a couple cold Bud Heavies. That's America right there. That's America. So, I mean, that's the America I want to live in.
I mean, I would live in that America too. Sounds way better than.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Examples of this.
So, hey, let's get a barbecue going out on the White House lawn.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Miss bring some Bud Heavies. Maybe I'll grill some burgers and dogs. It'll be a time for sure. 100% beer league career to do something like this. Oh my gosh. Did we really just now record?
No, it
Trish?
was
No,
recording
it's
before
been
it
going,
just
but he
dropped.
just dropped the last 10 seconds.
Holy fuck, that would have been something, eh? All right.
I'm on it.
But anyway, so
I think the one was still recording, so.
Yeah.
but anywho, yeah, no, I don't think I really need to practice per se. You know, maybe the night before I'll do a couple warm up sauces, but you know, I just plan on showing up at the White House, like I said, with butt heavies in tow, and just doing my thing. That's basically it, and I think it would be a good time. I think it would show America that we're past the pandemic for real. At Labor Day weekend, you know, me and President Biden just out there saucing. I think that would be a good step in the right direction for America to get back to normal.
We do some good for hockey too, so.
For sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
Nice.
hey, please love my sport is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you'd be doing more than, the NHL commissioner does for his sport, so I think you need to make this happen.
Please
Yeah,
love my
the hate you have for him.
Hey, he works for the owners. The owners are trying to make money. I get it. I'm trying to get more people playing hockey. So
yeah, there we go. You truly are the president, prime minister of hockey playing nations. Am I getting that right?
Don't pump those tires.
Once in a while, you guys do keep them going. Okay. Okay.
All right. Next up.
Yeah. Dan sent me the most adorable video of this little guy. I think his name is Lathan. And he is a very passionate umpire, it looks like, for the most part, but also refs like basketball games. And he looks like he knows his stuff. How old is that kid, Dan? Do you remember?
He was like 6 or 7 at most.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a
it's
little
just
guy.
this little dude decked out in the most official gear. Like, he looks better than professionals.
Oh, yeah.
Like, his arm movements, his energy, like, that little man knows the rules.
Mm-hmm. And there's a little clip of him like kicking someone out of a game, and
there's nothing I like more than booting people out of the game. I booted quite a few people out of the game in my umpiring days, and I loved it absolutely.
Was there anything like memorable that somebody did to kick him out?
Me to
Yeah.
me? Well, yeah. I mean, they just, you know, everyone wants to chirp, everyone wants to talk about, you know, the rules. And, you know, for me, like, it's the parents in the background that I just, sometimes you got to tell them just get the hell out of there. Like, I remember one time I'm umpiring and the lady just arguing about everything. Even like one time, like, oh, he tagged him with his bare hand. And I'm like, yes, ma'am, he tagged him with his bare hand, but the ball was in that bare hand. So that's why he's out. And then she just, you know, she kept chirping. And finally I turned around and said, listen, Grandma Betty, if you say one more word, you can watch from way the fuck out there. And she kept going. So I turned around and said, see ya. And she wouldn't leave. And I had to tell the coach, listen, coach, if she's not out of here in 30 seconds, you forfeit. This game is over. Hey, guess who?
Wow.
Guess who went out to the parking lot and watched the rest of the game? Grandma Betty did.
That's savage, bud.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It wasn't exactly that like harsh. It didn't like there was.
No,
it was one of those.
No, listen.
No, yours was. I'm saying this kid, when he like booted someone, wasn't that harsh. It wasn't an argument, but it was also not with an adult. So adults are horrible.
Yeah, I really like vocal refs too. Like when it's offside, I want to know. Don't just raise up your hand. Like, get in there and say off. Let people know.
Oh yeah, tell me what's up.
And usually beer league refs do not do that, right? That's what I liked about umpiring. Like, you could get loud back there. Like when I rang someone up on strike 3, I let people know this motherfucker just struck out. He's a loser. That's what I let them know. So
I could see you really thriving in that kind of environment.
Strikeout.
Because you're kind of like the center of attention. Yeah, authority and a little bit of attention, and like.
Hey, like what? Like foul balls. You just get loud.
That's Nick's dream.
I mean, no, listen. I already did it. Like I did it. Like foul balls. Foul ball. Just let everyone know it's a foul ball. You don't have to run, batter. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta let people know. You gotta be vocal. You gotta let them know. You gotta do it with authority.
I would love to see you ref a hockey game.
Oh my god!
I don't feel like I skate well enough to ref. That's the issue. Like
most don't.
Really, yeah. Okay. But
in terms of beer league, anyway.
Like I said, I just feel like if you're gonna officiate, you need to at least be able to have the skills to skate with the people you're officiating with. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
I
you
agree.
should be able to keep up with the game, but there's lower level games you could ref and feel probably way
Yeah,
more confident
but I
on.
still,
You've seen that ref in Columbus that weighs, the size of a truck and just
Yeah,
sits at half and yells at everybody.
Yeah, I would love to tell you if he can skate, but I didn't see him skate once during our game. So,
But yeah, so I do like officials that are there to put on a show. You got to be passionate
Yeah.
about what you're doing, and if
Yeah.
passionate about officiating, then show me.
Can we get
Yeah.
you to ref a game at like a Dex or something?
Maybe if he wasn't playing in it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to ref. Like refs that also play in their own division, trash.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair.
absolutely.
I
have
the
a
word
problem
collusion will
with
be
that
thrown
right
out
now.
immediately.
Oh yeah. I have that issue in my league right now, and every time I see that kid, I'm like pissed off about it immediately just by looking at him.
Oh, you love him.
No, I don't. 0%. So annoying. I like the rules, and when you're not following the rules, I don't like you. My thing. But yeah, you would love this little kid, Nick. We should send you the video because he is very passionate, and there was like clips of him in the stands at like pro games in his full umpire gear, like umping along with them. It was really cute.
Sweeping the ground in front of him.
Oh
everything.
yeah.
Hey, there used to be a little kid at the Flames games that would dress up like Mika Kippersoff, who is by far.
Okay.
Fucking Craig.
Craig is a headache, but that's all we got. I have seen that little kid who dressed up like Kippersov, and that's super cute.
Do you guys hear me chewing? I'm eating Woody's wings right now.
Okay.
How are
Just
they?
saying.
Live review.
Well, let me tell you, I got like a dry rub here, and you know what? To be honest with you, it's not that good.
Oh, get the fuck.
No, just this dry
Oh.
rub. The wings, like the consistency of the wings, is really good.
Yeah,
but
it's impressive.
I made a bad selection with the seasoning. So this is on me. This has nothing to do with Woody's and being
I imagine
negative.
the guy that loves ranch made a bad choice on taste.
I didn't even that could be the issue. I'm just eating it with no sauce. That could be the problem. Let me dip it in.
Of sauce.
I like
Hold on,
my
let me-
wings saucy, man.
Let me dip it in the ranch, and I'll tell you how it goes here.
Everybody hold.
No, hold a second. Here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna go with a flat here, not a drummy.
Flats are best.
Mhm.
If you disagree, you're
Oh
wrong.
man. I'll tell you what, ranch turned things around. Now it's good.
Now you're just eating ranch, though, so does it really count?
Yeah, it's a ranch delivery service at that point.
That's all it is.
Well, guess what?
You could have,
Just
a,
eat the
you could have a
celery.
spoon and you'd be good.
Guess what? Ranch flavored wings are fucking delicious. Like, what do you want me to do about it?
No, I mean,
Imagine a ranch dry rub.
Oh, you could do
so
that.
good.
There's like dry ranch packets to make like.
Yeah, why don't you do that? That probably wouldn't be too bad.
I make my own ranch. That's what I use. I use like sour cream, mayonnaise, and ranch packets.
Yeah, do like a dry rub wing with just the ranch.
So just a bunch of
seasoning.
fat and the packets.
Well,
Yeah, that's all
all right.
sauces
that's what
are,
ranch
really.
is. Like, what do you think blue cheese is, Dan? You think blue cheese is fat free?
Uh,
No,
anything
it's
that's
cheese. It's full of
fatty is
fucking fat,
delicious.
bud.
It's delicious, is all that matters. Just like you and your ranch.
Okay, let's finish this up with a would you rather and a fight line cut. I got wings to eat here.
You got
I'm tired of
11
listening
minutes.
to
You got
Dan.
10 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm tired of
we
listening
still
to Dan.
got you here. Okay.
let's go.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick would you rather. This one has been like my go-to would you rather for quite a few years now. Has nothing to do with hockey or sports, but it is just a good argument. Would you rather have a wolf head for a hand or a dick for a hand? Both are fully functional.
Did you say a wolf for a
Oh,
hand?
like a wolf head or
yeah.
or just like a dick for you're talking about as your hand?
As a replacement for one of your hands.
But why would you have a wolf hand? A wolf head is a hand or a dick. That's two way different things.
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah.
though.
I mean,
is it like
if-
one single dick as your hand or dicks for your fingers?
No, one single dick is your hand.
Wolf head.
yeah, for sure.
Like, you want to have something functioning, like use the wolf head. Like, come on.
No.
Yeah,
no.
like What am I going to do with a
think you
dick? Two dicks just on my hands, just walk around dicking
I'm not
everybody.
gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you what you should or should not do with your dick hand. But
Well, there's not
I
there's
mean,
not my there's
what
not
are you
much
gonna do
can
with a wolf head? Do you feel
Well,
safe having a wolf head for a hand?
Yeah, but if you have a wolf,
yeah,
if
at
you have a
least you
wolf
can
head
pick
for a
shit
hand,
up with it.
yeah, exactly, with his mouth.
Or like,
It
hey,
is
you go
an-
to punch someone in
it's
the
an-
face and someone sees a wolf head coming towards you, like
Okay,
they're gonna back off.
But it's an autonomous wolf head, so like it's got its own mind.
I feel
You're
like
not
it'd be the same way as like, you're gonna, train a dog. You're gonna train that wolf head. You'd have to.
Yeah. Have you ever
Trish,
trained a wolf before?
Trish, have you been doing drugs, Trish?
Yeah, what are you on?
No, this is
Is
just a
D-Rick there?
question that I've. No,
What did he give you?
stop.
Hey, Trish, would you date a dude that had two dick hands? I don't think so.
Yeah, here's the better would you rather for Trish. Trish, would you rather
No,
date a dude
no,
with a
that's
wolf
not
for a
the
hand
game.
or a dick for a hand?
Oh, Trish would for sure want dick hands.
I don't.
For
Yeah,
sure.
this is a good point.
Yeah,
Why would I even answer
I'm
that?
going dick hand 10 times out of 10 on that.
That was
because I don't
never mind,
trust.
that was worse.
I don't trust somebody to train a wolf because that's a wild ass animal.
If
You
it's
can't
attached to them for
trust-
their entire lives, like there's just
Doesn't
got to be
matter.
some form of respect there.
Would your
Yeah,
dick
but there's
hands be
always
the
that
same
little-
size? Or would they be? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Would your dick hands be the same size as your actual dick?
Well, then we know Ohio's not going to be doing that.
Yeah, no, it would be like same size as your dick. So maybe that's a problem for some people to have that on display.
Hey, the good thing about dick hands is you could literally walk around punching people and tell them to get fucked. And
No,
just
you'd be
fucking punch
slapping
'em.
people,
Say,
man.
Get
Come on,
fucked.
you'd be
there you
slapping
go.
people
Get
with your dick
Yeah.
hands.
Get fucked.
Yeah, you would have too much fun with that, I think.
He already is. He's just thinking about it.
It sounds like Trish really wants some dick hands.
No, I
Well,
just think that's a
maybe she
smarter
can find a
option.
good
I don't
plastic surgeon.
trust. Yeah, let's start a GoFundMe, please, for me.
Trish, this is probably the weirdest would you rather that you've ever done, and I am concerned about you in your life right now.
Yeah, this was not what I
fine.
was expecting.
Okay, like I said, this has been like a question.
Like, is everything
would
okay
you
at
rather?
home?
Everything's fine. Nobody worry.
Are you sure? We're talking about dick hands and wolf heads, so
All right,
Like I
hey,
said, this
let's
has
do the
been a
would- let's do
go-to
the
for a
would you
few
rather.
years. So
Let's do the fight lining cut so I can jump off here and eat my wings before I have to go read bedtime stories to my little kid.
okay, this is a real like fight lining cut. So we've got Tom Wilson, Ryan Reeves, and Brad Marchand.
Okay, well listen, here's the deal. I'm not fighting Ryan Reeves because he's a bad motherfucker and he'll kill me. Who was the other one? Brad Marchand and
Tom Wilson.
Well, okay. I would probably fight Marchand because he seems like the biggest pussy out of those three. Fight Liney cut. I probably cut Ryan Reeves because he's a trash hockey player out of those two. So I guess I'm lining Tom Wilson, who has some skill. I mean, he was a first round pick, so I mean, he definitely has some skill in there. So that's basically mine. And hey, listen, everyone was a big fan of the extended ending last time, so I gotta go. So be good or be good.
one person was, and his opinion is invalid.
Oh my God, he just hopped off.
Yeah, of course he did.
Okay. All right, Dan, what's your answer?
I mean, fuck, I don't want to fight Wilson or Reeves. Like, that sounds terrible, but I also don't want to, like, if you're if you go based on, like, I'm gonna line with someone, Marchand's obviously the superior talent. But also the biggest bitch. So I think I'd probably line Wilson, cut Reeves, and fight Marchand. Like, in terms of, like, just being able to survive and not die in a fight versus one of the other two.
Yeah.
I think that's, that's what you go for.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'd for sure have to cut Reeves. There's no way that I could survive that fight, like, at all. And I don't want to line with someone who's super intimidating.
Yeah.
Tom Wilson, I think he's just like, he's got too big of a target on his back for me to want to actually line with him either. So,
I mean, if he's got the target, they're not coming after you.
yeah, but that's so annoying. That's like the embarrassing person to have on your team. Like,
True.
yeah, he's got skill, but like, do I want to be on his line? Probably not.
Is it more
So-
embarrassing to have him on your line or have, your line mate licking people?
But I think that's kind of funny. There's something like a little funny about Brad Marchand, and I think I would line him over Tom Wilson.
Have you
and
seen his social media? He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's so funny, and I think I would rather that on a line than than Tom Wilson, who's more like I feel like people
Then you got to
love
fight
to
Wilson.
shit on Marshawn. I know, and I don't
And you
want
just
to, but I
watched him
think
like
that's where.
manhandle like an entire line of the New York Rangers.
Yeah, but I think I would still rather take a hit from him than Ryan Reeves.
Oh, 100%.
So I think that's gotta
Although
be
I
it.
think Reeves would know when to stop, and Wilson clearly doesn't.
Yeah, that's true. I think I gotta stick with that though.
But in terms, I think you're right. In terms of a single punch, I'm not taking one from Reeves.
Yeah, I'd like good to know that he knows when to stop, but like the start might kill me, so I think that's gonna have to be it for me. But yeah, that's I guess all for us this week. Do you have any shit to talk on, Nick, or any additional thoughts?
I don't know. I know he's hanging out with people he doesn't want to. You know, who wants to hang out with people from Columbus? They don't drink enough beer.
Yeah, that's true.
Although Pick did send me a Snapchat, they are drinking beer, so good for them. But you know,
they're helping the people of Columbus in that respect. That's nice.
Well,
yeah. Well, I have no shit to talk other than hey, check your bag before your game. Make sure you have all your gear there. Let's not
who leaves his native country? Like, I hope it's in the RV, because if it's not, like, who the fuck leaves, you know, your native country of Canada, the Hockey Living Nation, without checking your bag?
Yeah, that's
oh babe, I'll be gone for a month. Hope I didn't forget anything.
Not gonna check, but hope I didn't forget. Yeah, fingers crossed that Nick's helmet's in the RV. Everybody
really hope it's in the RV.
Yeah. I had something else to say and now I lost it. Shoot. Well, thanks to our sponsor, Hockey Wolf. Oh.
I was just emailing them during the episode too.
Oh, not focused on what we're doing. Okay.
Very focused. Really nice. Just, you know, when Nick's talking, I got a few minutes to get some work done.
All right, everybody. We want to jump back on the mailbag train. So if you have any questions for us, keep an eye out on the Facebook group. We're going to be asking for more of those because we like to answer your questions. And that was a good time. And we want to enter you in a little draw. So keep an eye out for a post from Nick about that. But otherwise, have a great week and be good or be good at it.